Welcome back to another live feed. Let's get into it, man. Number 16, the 16th greatest group in hip hop, according to my book, was Whodini. They were a three-man trio from Brooklyn, New York, who was among the first hip hop groups to cultivate high-profile national following for hip hop music, made significant strides for urban radio. Jalil, Ecstasy, Grandmaster D. 1983, the group released their self-titled debut with hit songs like Magic Wands, The Haunted House of Rock. 1984, Escape, which included 5 Minutes of Funk, Friends, The Freaks Come Out at Night. The album was the first album to use the synclaver, which was a synthesizer that was digital sampling system. Whodini were the pioneers in the field of sampling. Escape would go platinum and group's first classic album. The group's third album was Back in Black. There's split the wrong title of the book of the album. It has songs like Funky Beat, One Love. The album was certified platinum. Whodini held their own with the other rap groups during the mid-'80s. The group sold records, made classic hits, which classifies them as one of the greatest groups in hip-hop history. So what made Whodini what they were is that they fused R&B with rap, laying down the groundwork for New Jack City. They pioneered storytelling, delivered the first rap song with an official music video. That is one, and Friends, Freaks Come Out, they made hits. And that rap fusion along with the R&B, they were like the Freaky Beverly of rap. They kind of group that the baby boomer generation could listen to. Grandparents, something like that. They could listen to, Whodini because of their style and what they did. They were very soulful and R&B, melodic. And producer Larry Smith was an instrument in that. He was instrumental in that with the heavy soundscapes that he created that made rap much more appealing to mainstream and urban radio stations. So you had, narrative lyrics, the master narrative lyrics like Jaleel Hutchins and Ecstasy. They just didn't hype the crowds. They told relatable everyday stories like Friends and One Love, Street Life. They wasn't thugs. It wasn't gangsters, nothing like that. They're a group that you could not hate. They had that crossover appeal. First hip hop act to achieve major commercial success. Escape 1984 became a smash. Back in Black became a platinum success. Groundbreaking live performances. That's what they were known for. Had that dynamic stage presence, tours that they were on to incorporate breakdance like UTFO. They set the stand for choreographed, rap concerts. So that's why they're on the group in that top 20 list. When you talk about Whodini, they're very underrated, but I think they are a top 20 group. I think they are in terms of what they did, what they brought to the table. So that's it, man. I'm done. May come back at 3 o'clock. Definitely gonna come back at 6 o'clock. Until then, talk to you soon.